go live and we'll read journal entries, and we're a little bit late, but not too bad. We did it.
It was the Shadow Realm.
It was the Shadow Realm. It's because Cluck is
Blame it on the
corrupted.
Shadow Realm.
Yep. Blame it on being corrupted. It's fine. Everything's cool. I'll read my journal, you read your journal, and then I think we're on, we have 2 more, or like 1 more trip to Broken Helm.
Yeah, we got to figure out. We never actually established.
We never got to Broken Helm on our
Yeah.
first voyage, so this second voyage is gonna fill both of those, I think is the plan. I don't know. We'll figure it out when we get there. All right. Here's what I wrote for my journal. Part 17. We return to Iraqi. Cluck talks about cursing Abella and Utanu to get them together, which is a terrible idea. What the heck is wrong with her? I send a message using Gren so Abella can ask Utanu to meet us outside of town. He agrees, but as long as we help him find a replacement for him at his circle, Deveza. Agreeing to this reluctantly, we travel to Deveza and find that Iraqi got there first, and they're all facing off? I convince Abella to say something and she just runs into Utanu's arms crying about loving him. Their parents try to separate them, but I get them freed and convince their families to let them leave with us. Cluck has a plan for this, so I let her explain. They agree to that plan, to trade with Redhall. While Evka talks about some banner she found in the woods, I ask around about Etana. They know of him. One year, he went through some ceremony and took all their hate out of the village to disperse it. Instead of dispersing it, he used it to fuel his necromancy, which they didn't like, so they kicked him out. I shouldn't have told Evka that hate can fuel magic. Hi, Gran. We send a message to Mura about the trade thing, and to Etana to find out what he wants me to do, and take Abella and Utanu to Eleri. Etana tells me to focus on being a leader, which, how can I do that with all this other shit that's going on? I send him a threatening letter and get no response. We leave Ilari's place to go to Broken Helm and meet a traveling leatherworker called Diomedes. He's acting real strange, and I think he might be possessed by Malik? Cluck gives me a Malik doll, and I use it to exercise Mr. Diomedes, who rewards us with a sling for Cluck and a bag full of rocks for me. It makes a soothing sound when I shake the bag with rocks. Mr. Diomedes decides to come with us to Broken Helm. 7 whole months! 7 whole months. That's a lot of months. Thanks, Liam.
Evka's journal, which, be forewarned, I ran out of time in our 5-minute limit.
Our 5-minute limit is sometimes a little dodgy.
Since apparently Broken Helm won't let us in, I'm not sure why, I was still in the Shadow Realm. We are headed back to Iraqi. Time to fulfill the dumb vow I made and reunite 2 star-crossed lovers. Sigh. Fortunately, the journey is swift and relatively uneventful. We get there and Scar dispatches her raven to Uktanu. He wants us to ensure his role as a trader is replaced before he leaves. Okay. Unusual. I thought he loved this lady. I'd dump him. We gather up Abella and make our way through the secret trade route to Danzella. Danzella, what's it? but we get lost. This would have normally sucked, but I found a physical piece of that shadow banner. Something concrete. Perfect. When we get to the elf town, there is already a big confrontation brewing. Ugh, people. Scar does their best to de-escalate the situation and buys me enough time to make an impassioned speech to them. And I lie through my freaking teeth. It worked, though. The losers believed everything I said. Why have I spent my entire life trying to be honest? Lying gets you so much further. We leave, job done, and head back to Broken Helm, but not before the elves tell me that the scrap of banner belonged to an Ironlander raiding party who pillaged relics during the war. Also, we met Dio. Full stop.
Also, we met Dio.
That's when I ran out of time.
That's when the time was up. I do try and do like intervals, like we're at 2 minutes.
Yeah.
But it's like sometimes I get so involved in what I'm writing, it gets a little. All right. So we are currently, I think, 2 steps away from Broken Helm, or at least getting back to where we ended. We're probably 1 step away from getting back to the main journey to Broken Helm, which still is not a completed journey. So I think we can complete both of them if we finish the one.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
But it does, I believe it's my turn to roll our journeying. And I have Wayfinder. So I get extra things, but we're just gonna go. I feel pretty confident. We've been this way before. We know what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
I shouldn't feel confident.
And
But
there's
I
more
do.
people.
But I do. But we have Mr. Dio with us, and it's all
Mm-hmm.
good.
I ain't been dropping no eaves, Mr. Dio, honest.
It's okay. It's a weak hit. On a weak hit, you reach a waypoint and mark progress, but suffer -1 supply. We're down to 1 supply. Mark progress. We are
Mm-hmm.
basically to the same point where we tried to end the journey before.
Shall we continue after we try and resupply?
Yes.
We are not in. So, the Havens are the most populated region, right?
Yes. We could find a waypoint here. Ping for me, damn it. Oh, it doesn't.
Oh, do I not have
That one might
pinging?
not be turned on.
Ah, damn it. Okay. I
It's
really love
fine.
Foundry, but you can't take anything for granted. You have to turn all of the features on manually.
And let's be fair, we did start with some technical difficulties, so we may be
Yeah.
slightly punchy.
Hmm.
Just a little bit.
Um, so i- let me float in the spirit of always making things harder on ourselves.
Yes.
I feel like we have taken advantage of the bounty of the Ragged Coast and basically searched for supplies anytime we wanted,
Yep.
as we did in the Deep Wilds, which is probably plentiful with game.
Yep.
The Havens are much more populated, and I
Yep.
feel like game is probably less abundant.
But maybe we're not searching for game. Maybe we're raiding someone's
That's
apple trees.
that's the thing. So do does yeah, does the narrative of searching for supply change here?
I think it probably does. I think it's still the same role, the same kind of difficulty for it. But
Mhm.
I think the narrative around it is more if we, with a strong hit, you find someone who is willing to share their stuff.
We're
So there's
sneaking into
not,
barns.
yeah, so there's not really consequences on a strong hit. On a weak hit, there's maybe more consequences. On a miss, there's probably people kind of pissed off at us for trying to steal their food.
Mhm. And also, do we want to uh, wait for opportunities or certain milestones to be able to?
Maybe I feel like I feel like on a weak hit there, we probably didn't find a great milestone if we found one
Yeah,
at all. Because we've been kind of pulling back on having quite so many
yeah.
specific milestones and specific waypoints.
I think that I think that works.
Yeah. And we're close enough to Broken Helm that with we could probably complete the journey and then try and
Or
sojourn.
yeah, or maybe a resupply action must accompany a face danger or gather information or something like that. Like we have to set it up more.
Oh, yeah, like it might be or like a compel kind of thing.
Yeah, that's a good one too. It's like I've been playing a bunch of a game called Kingdom Come Deliverance, which is like a medieval RPG,
And you haven't been streaming it. I
and
noticed.
I have not been streaming it. No, I only want to stream like one at a time.
Okay, that's fair. That's
Yeah,
fair.
But one of the things that I always forget is a truth in fantasy worlds and medieval worlds in general is that often, like the king's land, uh, you're not allowed to hunt on it without permission.
Yeah.
So that we might encounter things like where circles have like staked out hunting grounds,
Mm-hmm.
and there's like more danger in that regard too.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So I think
In any
it's,
case,
yeah, I think it has to be. I think I agree that it has to be set up by something in advance. Either be it compel or gather information,
yeah, depending on where we are at the
depending
moment.
on where we are at the moment. I think
So where are we at the moment?
we had, well, that was a weak hit. So hang
True.
on, it's a strong hit that I get a bonus. I think it's a strong. It's only a strong hit. I get a bonus. Yeah.
Yeah,
Away
Evka
from.
has lost her heart.
Yeah. No. um, I think we could here, but I think it would be because we didn't really find a waypoint. I think it would be more of a face danger kind of thing.
I think that works. Face danger with shadow if we're like trying to
Prob
steal something,
Probably.
or wits if we're.
Yeah. Since we didn't find a specific waypoint, I think face
Mhm.
danger and it could, and then we can maybe just flip a coin to see if it's a habited area or an inhabited area.
Mm. Yeah, that's a good idea.
And then that'll help determine how we're going to approach it. So, let's see. Where's my
Oracle
50-50? So,
50/50. Yeah,
yes is habited, no is inhabited.
sure.
Or yes is habited, no is uninhabited.
It'd probably more likely be uh like populous, right?
Yeah, maybe.
Rather than a 50/50.
Maybe. Yeah, we could do it as a likely. All right, let's roll it. It is inhabited. There's peoples here.
All right. So we're either compelling
Mm-hmm.
or stealing. I guess we could theoretically like try and find work, like treat the resupply as like trade for labor.
Mm-hmm. That might be a secure an advantage kind of thing.
Hmm.
And and treat it less like on a miss you pay the price because we don't really we're using
Hey, the
it to
price would be we lose the
we lose the
opportunity
opportunity.
to
Yeah.
resupply. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Mhm.
So how do we want to do it? How do we want to resupply this time? Knowing
Um,
that we're in an inhabited place.
Evka's going to steal a bag of apples.
Okay, face danger with shadow then. How do you like them apples?
I love apples.
Do you eat them with a fork?
No, no, I would curse somebody who ate an apple with a fork. All right. I'm going to attempt to be stealthy and trickery.
All right.
Face danger. So this is just securing the option
This is securing the
to
option.
resupply here. Yeah.
Yeah,
All
I
right. I
think.
like it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oof.
I'm a burn.
Fair.
I'm a burn. So I get a weak hit. I face a troublesome cost. Um, I think I'm gonna take a minus health here.
Okay.
So, uh, very quickly, I'll narrate a scene where we find a cart that's pulled over to the side of the road and is fixing like an axle or something like that,
Mm-hmm.
and it's sort of laden with farm goods and food from that are headed to Broken Helm. And Evka sort of crawls out of the ditch at the side of the road and like slowly climbs her way up. And when she gets the bag of apples, she realizes that this is a really heavy bag of apples. And so I'm last seen being like shot at with arrows as I leave a trail of apples into a field, running with this bag of apples on my back. But I get there. I
Yeah.
do get shot in the leg though. Now we got to figure out whether or not
But
I
now,
lost all of the
yeah.
apples.
Now you got to roll the resupply.
All right, here we go. I don't get a bonus here because we're not on the ocean.
Correct.
Uh oh.
Well then. All right, so we get our +2 supply,
Yeah,
which takes us back up to 3 supply.
and there's something else in the bag too.
There's something else.
What could it be? Oh, let me think.
Hmm.
Who did I just rob?
And remember, we still have we have Mr. Diomedes
We
with
we do
us.
have Mr. Diomedes, yeah. Um, do I see that symbol again? Is it on the outside of the bag
Oh, maybe. That would
of
be a
the
good,
rating?
yeah, that would be a good tie-in to your vow.
So I have something concrete now, because what we found previously was like old
Mm-hmm.
scraps, and some of it was like sort of an echo of the past.
Is that why they didn't let us into Broken Helm the last time?
Is Broken Helm home to this raiding party? They must be like a guild or something, or like clearly they're more than just a group of raiders or militants. They're an organization.
Yeah,
Maybe they're even like a church.
maybe. There's Iron Priestesses involved.
Oh. So we know from last time that this group was uh in support of the constant struggle for the Great Ironwood Tree, which is being fought over by the elves and the Ironlanders as sort of a holy site.
Yep.
We know that there was this band of raiders who went marauding through elven lands, desecrating and stealing artifacts and relics.
Mm-hmm.
One of which happens to be the one that Jaws gave me a vision of.
Yep.
Um, and now potentially I also found that they engage in trade.
They
Like
engage in
they're not like a shadow organization. They're more
right.
public facing, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That'd be a good
That's something.
opportunity. And
Yeah.
a tick on a vow for you, I think.
That seems likely the Rise as a True Prophet one.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Look at all these awesome apples. And then as I'm dumping out the bag, I'm holding it in front of me and I just sort of stand there and I like reposition the bag to upside. And I go, Scar, and I flip it around.
What's
It's
this?
the thing, and I pull the little piece of cloth banner that we found in the woods and I hold it next to it.
It's the thing. Those are the same thing.
The Raiders.
Is that good?
I, that's I mean, it means that they're not like disbanded. They're active. They're here. They're
Mr. Diomedes, do you know anything about these raiders?
Ooh.
Do we? So what's the probability we think that Mr. Diomedes knows something about this?
If they're like open traders and Dio lives in this area, then probably.
We can give it a likely. Okay. He does. Wait, that's crazy.
2D66.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. The game is trying to tell me something.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So Mr. Diomedes does know about these people.
What would you roll in the oracles to roll up an organization's name?
Hmm.
Settlement?
Yeah. Maybe like old language settlement
Um,
or a creature.
quick settlement name prefix.
We can do all of them and see which one we like the best.
Sure.
All right.
Let's start with. So an organization like this would probably have some military connection. So uh, military units love creature names.
Yes.
Let's start with that.
Ravencliff.
Ravencliff.
That sounds a little too Harry Potter for me.
Well, if we drop the cliff, suddenly we might have a clue as to where Ravegren came from.
Potentially.
Okay, Raven, and then what
we could
if
do
you
it. We could do a
rolled?
landscape feature.
Sure,
Ravenwood.
Ravenwood, Raven Frost, Frost Raven.
Frost Raven.
What do the prefixes do? Rock. Oh, interesting. Rockwatch.
Ravenwatch.
Ravenwatch. Why does that sound familiar? Is that a thing already?
It might be.
Ravenwatch.
Hi, Dio.
Oh, it's an Elder Scrolls. It's a Skyrim thing.
Okay. Well, seeing as how I have not played Skyrim.
That's fine. We're gonna go with it. We discover, or we learn from Dio.
We learned from Mr. Dio.
We learn from Mr. Dio that the symbol is a group called Ravenwatch. And they're the same people who stole the relics, but are also apparently big enough that they are just sort of like a trade conglomerate too.
The Ravenwatch are sketchy AF,
They would be.
according to Mr. Dio.
Are they based out of Broken Helm?
What do we think? 50-50?
Yeah, it's either 50-50 or likely, I think. Just because
I
if
think
they're not, then we have to find another city.
I think 50-50 is good here. We've done a lot of likelies. 50-50 is good to just kind of.
Mm-hmm.
They are. It's fine. And really, if I
They,
was gonna get another 66, it was gonna be yes anyway.
yeah. All right. Home to Ravenwatch. We have our first faction within Broken Helm. All right.
All right. So do we
Well,
want to?
we were gonna go there to start trade
Yeah,
with Broken Helm,
we
so
were
they're
gonna start.
probably
We were gonna go to Broken Helm. Do we want to try and finish the farm to Broken Helm journey?
yeah.
Oh, it rolled on that 10 so hard.
Another opportunity.
Another opportunity. Okay, well we can. I think we can. Does that we've finished both journeys to Broken Helm, so I'm going to remove them from the shared sheet.
Yeah.
We actually get there. They let us in this time.
Is that the opportunity?
That might be the opportunity that they actually let us in, or Mr. Diomedes can get us in where we couldn't get in by ourselves
Oh,
before.
because Mr. Dio has a guild's pass or something.
Yeah.
Got it.
Hiya, Harcher.
That works.
That works.
Is there is entry by virtue of the success of the roll and reaching your destination, or do you have something that could be the opportunity that will progress your vows? Since I
Um,
just got one.
so my current vows, let's take a step back. My current vows are touching all the iron pillars, which is my big overarching vow, and learning the truth about Malik's death, which I think is less likely to have something here. So it might be that there's iron pillar, or at least so I can't remember how many iron pillars do we think there are in this world, and how common do we think they are?
Well, how many checks is it to complete a single square?
5. Yeah. No,
Yikes.
is it? No, it's 4. Because you go, boom, boom,
Mm,
boom,
yeah.
boom. It's an X and a plus, so it's 4.
So there's at least 40,
There's at least 40.
possibly. But not necessarily. Maybe there might be like less than that. By virtue of there could be milestones on that
Mm-hmm.
are not including like learning of one's location might progress that as well.
Yeah.
So maybe there's like 20,
Yeah.
and you've already touched 4,
3?
3.
I thought it was okay. So there's the one by the mine
Mm-hmm.
that I touched, and then there was the one that I found on the island.
On Nabuma.
Yep, on Mbuma. Was that the one that made my hand turn to iron, or was it the first one that made my hand turn to iron?
It was the first one, the
Yeah,
one outside the mine.
yeah. And then there was Nabuma,
Mm-hmm.
and then I think there
Um,
was one. I don't think I've touched 3
we know of
because
one at the Great Iron Tree.
We know of one up by the Varu,
Yeah.
but I didn't get a chance to touch it. And we know about the Great Ironwood Tree, but I didn't get a chance to touch it,
Okay.
which would give me 6 ticks, which is what I have.
Got it. Yeah, that's what mine is at too. Okay.
So is there it could either be a I'm not going to be able to get back to the Great Ironwood Tree easily. So I think it has to be a separate pillar that's not too far away.
Yeah, I wonder. So if we know that Ravenwatch is involved in this Great Ironwood Tree sort of struggle,
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if Broken Helm has a whole bunch of like iconography that is clearly Iron Pillars related, which means that you can probably learn of the whereabouts of
Of
Iron Pillars here in Broken Helm.
mm-hmm.
We just have to find the
Or it
church.
yeah, or it could be that the church is built around an iron pillar.
Hmm.
Because it is something that we've set up as you have the iron priestesses and having the iron pillar that people can swear vows on.
Yep,
We got to find the church. But I know where there's another iron pillar then. That's a good opportunity.
it is.
Makes me happy.
Okay. So we get in, and I feel like this is like the biggest city we've ever been in.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Like there's like traffic. There's like carts trundling down paths. I feel like the weather is like spring-like here,
Yeah.
almost.
Yeah.
Even though it's autumn in this world, right?
I think we did have it set up to be autumn
Got it.
at
So
present.
yeah.
So it's
So I think That makes sense because we just raided a wagon coming into town,
with apples.
and yeah, they're like pulling the harvest into the cities, getting ready for the long winter.
Yeah, yeah,
But it's like muddy and like cold and wet.
yeah.
Um, it might even be raining a little bit, like that kind of Scotland fall.
Scottish weather, yeah.
Hmm. Uh, what do we, what do we do, Scarbash?
um,
We
I
don't have to
made
talk to anyone, right? That was Moor's job.
that was Mora's job, but we got
Okay.
here.
Yeah.
I feel like should we spend some time here and see the town and mechanically sojourn?
We could sojourn. I wonder if they've heard of Jaws.
Diomedes, have you heard of Jaws? I'm sure Dio heard of Jaws the whole trip.
uh,
does Dio have a place in town where we can stay? Probably.
yeah.
Probably. It's probably likely that Dio has a place in town that we can stay.
We did excise him.
We exercise Dio.
Mhm.
Yes, he has a place in town where we can stay.
Perfect. He's gonna love us and the mammoth as
Did we forge a bond with Dio?
no, I don't think so, but we can now.
Okay, no,
I
we
think.
we forged a shared bond with Abella and Utanu, but
Hmm.
not with Dio.
We've helped Dio twice now.
Yeah, we have. We haven't fulfilled a vow to to his benefit yet.
Yeah, that just gives us a bonus, though, right?
Yeah.
I guess if how long of a trip do we think it was between O'Larry and Broken Helm? Like a day or two?
We did 3 rolls, so a day and a half.
Okay.
I
Yeah,
think
maybe a
that's
little bit longer.
yeah.
Maybe he needs some help.
Maybe he does need some help.
Because we could, if we sojourn, we can take a quest.
If we yeah. So do we want to sojourn with your wits talking about Jaws or my heart?
I think we can do either. I would roll a 3,
I'd
and
roll
I
a
get 1 momentum on a hit.
I would roll a 2.
Um,
Because I put my 3 into iron because I was gonna
as much as
smash
I would
things.
like to sojourn by sharing the word of my god, I feel like the context is
Yeah,
being friends with Dio, so I think it should be hard.
yeah, and I think given that we didn't get allowed in previously.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I'll roll it. I'll roll it with heart because I have
Are
heart.
you sure? I have I could still roll a d6. There's just no modifier.
No.
About a 75% chance of failure.
No. That's a fail.
No. Oh no.
We find no help
Oh
here.
no.
Pay the price.
So
So why can't we? Let's think about why we can't sojourn here and see if that informs what the pay the price
I have an
is.
idea.
Okay.
This is a city.
Yes.
They probably have a currency,
Yes.
which we have none of.
Yes. That is
So we're
accurate.
trying to like go around bartering with people like some backwoods yokels.
Because that's what we
Like,
are.
I'll give you a chicken for,
Treat you a chicken.
and they're like, do you have cash?
And even Dio is like, look, I can't just let you stay at my house. I barely
Yeah,
know you.
I can barely feed my own
And what
family.
am I gonna do with the fucking mammoth? You
There's
come
no
with
way to
this.
forage, like not forage, but like graze in town.
You come with a circus. You have a mammoth and a dog and a raven and
And a witch.
a witch.
Yeah. Um, where is the sojourn button? There it is. Okay, so on a miss, you find no help, pay the price.
Yep.
So yeah, I think we're just sort of like in a culture shock situation.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so we need things like medical supplies to heal ourselves, but we're not going to be able to get it. We can't recuperate. We can't take a quest. Like everyone wants money.
Yeah.
I wonder if I have to like sell something. What do I have in my inventory that might be worth money?
People look at Smash 2 and I'm like, no. I can't sell my Smash 2. I can't sell my mammoth. I don't want to sell my soothing bag of rocks. Oh no,
Uh
all my stuff's falling down.
oh.
Fine, I just have too much stuff piled up on top of the printer.
I could sell my spear as to pay the price. Basically, like we end up incurring a small debt, and to pay the price, I literally have to pay the price and
Yeah,
like sell something for
and
cash.
yeah, and bar and sell the spear,
Hmm.
which is like the only thing we have except the things we got from Dio.
Yeah. All right. That sounds like a good pay the price. I'll take that one. It also means that if we want to recuperate, we're gonna have to go and find some other place. Um, do you think that I know our world truths suggest that there are only small circles, but do you think a place like Broken Helm is like kind of a collection of circles?
Is like the center point of a collection of circles. Yeah.
So, like, basically, what I'm getting at is, are there other communities within Broken Helm we can attempt to sojourn with, or
They
is
maybe
sojourn itself the community?
they maybe aren't in Broken Helm. Broken Helm. So we set Broken Helm up as we want to set up this trade route. Why do we
Mhm.
want to set up a trade route with Broken Helm? Because Broken Helm is the center point of a larger circle.
Yeah,
Like
it's a hub.
you have your individual settlements that are all
Hmm.
part of this bigger circle, and they bring all their stuff to Broken Helm for the trades.
Yeah.
So it doesn't make sense for us to go to a smaller circle to do the trades. We want to come into the big center point, which Mora would have known, but we wouldn't know because that's just outside
Hmm.
of our what we do. We just
I
drive
think
a boat around and
maybe
play with our mammoth.
we do a gather information to try and figure out what options we have elsewhere,
Yeah.
because we can't stay with Dio forever.
Yes, that's true.
He's very helpful
He's very
and grateful.
nice. He's not unfriendly anymore. He's still a little stingy.
But between you and I and all of the animals, we're gonna eat him out of house and home.
Yeah. Richard might actually be trying to eat his house, so we kind of have to leave.
True. It's got a thatched roof, and it's just like straw.
Delicious.
All right. Um,
I wonder if this is a you thing. Looking it up, like as you're going around. Again, your wits is better. You'd be rolling with a 3. I'd be rolling with a 2.
got it. Yeah. So, hmm, I could technically, uh, I could technically scry to gather information. We know how good that
Because
goes.
that's gone so well in the past.
But I'm better now because of Shadowkin. Anytime I perform any ritual, I get to add a +1
I mean,
because I'm corrupted.
what would you scry to gather information? What would you look for? Because you have to have seen it or not have someone with you who's
Yeah,
seen it.
so I can sit down with Dio over the fire, and he can tell me about all of the different villages, and I can like peek in on them and see which one looks like they would be most set up for hosting a mammoth, a shark dog, a raven, a witch, and a barbarian.
Okay. Okay.
Very specific needs, this group.
It's just so specific.
Mhm. I could also just do normal gather
Could
information. I
just do
just don't get a
normal
+1.
information.
All right. I search an area, I ask questions, I conduct an investigation. Here we go. Oh, is that 10?
A 10.
Boo. All
Wow.
right. A weak hit. The information complicates your quest, introduces a new danger, envision what you discover, and take +1 momentum.
Is our best option to like it's kind of good for your quest, but it's also like kind of bad for us to go hang out with Ravenwatch?
Oh, are they one of the outside communities?
Are they part of the like are they something are they is that where the best place for us to go?
Oh, but
Just
sorry, one thing before we like burn Raven Watch into our head,
yeah.
should we change that suffix because we already have Mornwatch?
Oh, good call. Yep.
Let's roll in. You want to roll another suffix,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and we'll change that just so that it's not a Munamura situation again.
Ravenmore.
Sure, Ravenmore.
Which
I think that
counts
works.
sounds kind of swampy with Forgotten Rivers.
It does sound swampy. Okay. It also sounds very like Nightmare Before Christmas kind of thing. Like we're going to Transylvania kind of.
Yes.
Oh, we could be in. Now I want an Ironsworn Rocky Horror Picture Show. I feel like Cluck would fit in really well there.
Oh yeah. That I gotta put that on Slade's list of movie night movies.
Yes.
Because I think that would be really fun to watch with folks in the Pyro Club. Which I should
Uh,
probably just put a link to the Pyro Club Discord somewhere. I should put a command for that.
so it could be Ravenmore.
But the kind of the downside of that is this was a weak hit.
Hmm.
So is that too much of a success on an
Yeah.
existing vow or a weak hit?
I think the complication or new danger could be that it's like there are closer communities, but we find one that actually like raises mammoths. So it's like it's an actual journey to get there,
Uh-huh.
and we're already kind of beat up a bit, but
But
it's like
but
the one.
but mammoths.
Yeah.
But mammoths. Yep.
We could go hang out and we can
Maybe
Richard
maybe
maybe
you
can
could get a
meet someone.
mammoth. Maybe you could get a mammoth.
Oh gosh. I think that's when Evka's like, "Oh, yeah, I could have one." Inside, she's like, "I don't want to take care of one of those."
Well, he takes care of himself just fine. You could teach it how to bite people.
All right. Do you want to pick a settlement name for this place?
Mammothton?
It's like we know it's a ranch. It's like
Mammoth
Mammoth Ranch
Ranch?
or something. Stampy Ranch.
Well, let's do a suffix and start with Mammoth and see how that goes.
Okay.
No, don't give me that one again. The fuck game.
How about Moor? Moor? Mammoth River.
Mammoth River. I'm gonna try a prefix. Let's see.
Okay.
Storm Mammoth.
Wow. That's very dramatic.
That is very dramatic. But we're in the Havens. I don't think that they get the same kind of storms that we would think of. Red Mammoth!
Red Mammoth?
Red Mammoth.
Is that like Red Lobster?
Maybe. I don't really like Red Lobster.
Same. Big same.
I've been there exactly once because I met with a friend there, and she was like, "I want to go there." Really excited. I'm like, "Okay, whatever."
I don't like it, and I like seafood, so that should tell you all you need to know about.
I mean, it's cheap seafood, which is gross.
Yeah.
I feel like Red Mammoth might be our name.
Red Mammoth.
Red Mammoth. And like Ren says, all the mammoths there have auburn fur.
Ooh. Just like Richard.
Richard is more orange, but sure.
Is he? Okay.
Yeah. Oops, that's the wrong pencil. That's my drawing pencil. That's not my note-taking pencil.
Oh yeah, you're right. All right, I'm gonna put a pin on the map.
Okay.
And is this a 1 or 2 star journey? Basically, we're just trying to find a good place to settle in.
So, let's call it a 1-star journey. And here's why. Because we've had some conversations, and after this episode, we are going to have episode 19 and 20, and then we're going to call it, and I'm going to play some Undertale, and we've got some other stuff going on. So I think if we do a 1-star journey, we get there tonight. And perhaps our next kind of big overarching, or big story arc starts there.
Yeah. I'm putting Red Mammoth Ranch is a circle that supports the Broken Helm economy. And they do what the tin says. They ranch mammoths.
Yes. We find a girlfriend for Richard.
Yeah.
I think he would like that.
I'm worried about what the girlfriend's going to be called if we have Richard Biter. It's a little worried.
But why would you be worried? I can't imagine what would make you worry about that.
Let's put what do we want this to be? A paw print?
Ooh, a paw print would be good.
Sure. Paw print. Update map. There we go. Do we want it to be closer to the flooded lands or closer to the hinterlands?
Mammoths are in the hinterlands?
They are.
So that might be...
So above?
Yeah.
Like that?
That's probably the better choice just because of the proximity to where mammoths are naturally spawning.
Yeah. Spawning? You've been playing too much Minecraft.
Look,
which biome are we in again?
Look, I don't know what else I want to play right now, and so I end up getting stuck in Minecraft just doing stupid shit. Fine. I haven't even opened Valheim. Jarrett bought me Valheim like a week ago, something like that. I haven't even opened it. Because I'm like, I hear all these stories about the trees are gonna fall on you, and then everything's gonna try and kill you. I'm like, fuck, I don't want to do that. I'm gonna have to do. I'll have to do that when I can be uninterrupted and focus on it. Because otherwise, I'm gonna get distracted by a puppy, and then just leave myself standing somewhere and get eaten by a group. Just... But how can you not get distracted by a puppy? Because he's super cute.
Mm-hmm. All right. Red Mammoth Ranch. It's on the map.
It's on the map. It's a 1-star journey. I'll set up a progress for it.
I don't know much else with a week hit, I think. I've just... I come back after talking to the local... Who would Evka go to for information? I think I would try and find, like medicine practitioners and apothecaries and stuff like that.
Maybe a soothsayer?
Yeah, stuff like that.
Shh, Gren. Gren. I get really attached to my characters. Okay, so I went back to Oxygen Not Included this past week. I get really attached to my duplicants. And then I made it was dumb. I named them after people I know. I acknowledged the stupidness of this. But
That's
see,
best,
what had happened was I was playing without renaming the characters, and one popped up, and it was named Liam, and he liked cooking.
I can see where this is going.
And he has cool blue hair. And he really likes cooking.
Just please tell me I didn't drown in the septic tank.
No. Okay, you're still alive. Because I can... So then I was like, well, if I have Liam, I need Gren. And if I have Liam and Gren, I need Kathy. And if I have Liam and Gren and Kathy, I need a Melody. And if I have all of them, I need a Joe. Joe is flatulent.
Oh no. Who has to share a room with him?
Everybody.
That sounds right.
So now it's like I'm extra attached to them, and I don't want them to die. It's just.
They're just clones. You can always have like Joe 2, Joe 3.
But they get so sad when they die.
That's true.
Do you know how many versions of the game I've just like been, I can't play this game anymore, someone died.
That's especially hard in Oxygen Not Included.
Yep.
Yeah.
Same problem in RimWorld. Same problem in Stonehearth. Like, it's a problem. I acknowledge it as a problem in games. I get too attached. And yet here in Ironsworn, we're like, let's just kill our characters. This is fun. Well, it's because, like, it's like sitting at behind the DM screen and trying to kill all the players.
I have no idea what you're talking about. I've never tried to do something like that.
That's okay. I know it was daytime when we met the Demon Lord of Night. But Gren.
Alright. Broken Hound to Red Mammoth Ranch. 1-star. Troublesome journey.
Yeah.
So we thank Mr. Dio.
Yes, we thank Mr. Dio. We thank him for the gifts of the sling and the bag of math rocks, which I don't know that I would understand why there's numbers on these rocks. But they make a nice noise when I shake the bag.
Yeah.
And I can use it to kind of drown out some of the thoughts in my head. Because I'm still running on -1 spirit. I mean, we all remember the mines, Gren. We all remember the mines.
Yeah, the mines were great. Got a super cool sword in there.
True. Well, I didn't get a super cool nothing. Oh wait, Theo.
You got Theo. Somebody we're going way off track now, but just as a reminder, while I have all of my players present now. Someone should probably ask Daru for the ancient salvage before they run away.
Oh, yes. Yeah. Uh, Gren, do you want to send a message to Daru, please?
Ask.
Alright, I'm not gonna be able to sew this out. I'm gonna get too distracted sewing, so we're gonna put that away.
All right, undertake a journey.
Undertake a journey. Alright, I will...
Would you like to do this?
What I'm going... Oops, that's not what I wanted to click. That made that screen really big. I would like to, I think, gather some information before we undertake this journey. Because I would like to, I'm going to survey ahead and get a sense of the best path to take and be smart about it.
I might secure an advantage as well by praying, because it's been a while.
Yeah,
and I could use the momentum.
Yeah, I'm gonna gather information because I get a +1 on that. Strong hit. It's amazing. I get +2 momentum. And remember, chat, you can give us a chicken. I have turned that on. That is an option. You can give us a chicken, which gives one of us +1 momentum. And remember, Cluck did just burn all her momentum.
So what do you find?
So, with a strong hit, you discover something helpful and specific. The path you must follow or action you must take to make progress is made clear. I think because what I was looking for was the best way to get to Red Mammoth Ranch, I find someone who can just point me to the road that goes there.
Okay.
If you hear typing in the background, Tell is currently working on coding something. It
Something
for me.
chat related?
It for me. Let me see. It is not currently in chat, so. It's listening? Okay, okay.
We're being monitored.
Thanks, Gren. Oh no, it's there. I see the name in chat now.
Oh no, we talked offhand about it.
Twitch heard. No, I have a new new channel redemption for piano streams that I have set up. And one of the ideas for that was to have it rolled randomly versus having people pick. And I don't have a way to do that, so that's what Tell is working on as a
nice
side project. Yeah, I think I find the road. Like, there's a road we can follow. Look, it's super easy. It's a road. Let's go on this road. Which explains why it's a troublesome journey versus anything else.
Alright, so when I say my daily prayers, I may secure an advantage by asking my god to grant a blessing. If I do, roll my god's stat.
Do it.
I say my prayers. I get a hit, so I get 2 momentum.
Oh, I get +1 momentum on that hit too, don't
I? I get 1 from the secure an advantage, so 3 total.
Yeah, I get 3 momentum on that hit for
And what's
Wayfinder.
short-lived advantage or blessing? I think hmm. What's my short-lived advantage here? If we're gonna be traveling.
Is it supply?
Well, I don't get anything. I just want to sort of narrate what the blessing might be. I'm gonna say that ever since leaving the Great Ironwood Tree, and it's sort of like weird magic that is like anti-undead.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like We also established with like first meet, and even on the path to Broken Helm,
Mm-hmm.
like people in the Havens are really uncomfortable with the undead. It's probably like a way bigger problem than it is on the Ragged Coast.
Yes.
And so as
Because
a
they can't.
result,
Yeah, they can't Viking funeral them.
I think I use the blessing to sort of like wrap myself in something a little bit more vivacious, so to speak. I don't quite look like such a corpse.
It's a little bit of a glamour.
Yeah. So Evka gets like a little rose colored into her cheeks, and her eyes are not quite as black ever since she's become corrupted, so that people don't think I'm a zombie.
That's probably for the best.
Yeah.
We have not yet come to a point where Cluck has to test her bond with Padma. And I have sort of decided that as Scar, it's going to take something major for us to have to test the bond between Scar and Cluck.
Yeah, I think I'd have to betray somebody. Or like act against them directly.
Yeah.
Or fail in a vow towards them.
Yeah. Like, I think because of the relationship and how long they've known each other, it's for Scar and Cluck to have to test their bond, it would have to be something like that. It's a direct betrayal of me versus just Cluck being weird, which I'm kind of used to.
Also, we are here. Whee!
Yeah. Okay. So
I'm
yeah,
ready to go.
I can do the first. Oops. All right, so we say goodbye to our friend Dio and thank him for coming with us and being such a cool dude.
Thank you, Mr. Dio.
Thank you, Mr. Dio. Maybe we'll come back this way and visit you. You want a mammoth? Maybe we'll bring you back a mammoth.
Also, never forget, I now have what did I call it again? The Sling of Dioetus?
Sling of Dioetus.
Which simultaneously sounds like diabetes and Dioetes. It's perfect.
Perfect.
Sounds like a cereal.
I will shake the math rocks at him.
Whole wheat Dioetes. All right. Let's go.
All right, let's go. Let's do this.
It's a good night.
It's a good
Just
night.
Our third opportunity.
It's a good night. All right. We get to boop. So again, I have the two open vows, which are my overarching vow of touching iron pillars and figuring out what happened with Malik. Is this opportunity where Itana finally sends me a message and is willing to talk? Because we were on a delay from that. My last message to him was a threat sent via Ravefriend. And I was told, because basically my last message was, how do I focus on being a leader when all this other shit keeps happening? Like, Cluck going unconscious and coming back and just being extra weird and all this other stupid shit, and I have to do this stupid road and they won't let me back into Red Hall and I'm just really frustrated and they wouldn't let me into Broken Helmet first. Is this where he replies back?
It could be.
And what does that reply look like? Is it we've already established Itana killed Malik. I don't think we can. I don't want to rewrite that because I think that's a good. That's a good part of the story. We don't know specifically. We haven't decided specifically when that happened. And that might tie to finding out what happened with Malik's death. And maybe the answer, maybe like as a placating gesture, so that I kind of leave him alone. I am told the timing of Malik's death, but not the reasons. Just when you were X years old is when Malik died.
Is that useful though? Like, how is that an opportunity?
So, I know what I was doing at that age, right? So now I know where Malik started and where Etana started and Malik ended. Because at this up to this point, I don't know. I don't know who I learned from. So I don't know if I am a product of Etana's training or Malik's training. Like, what if Etana just like killed Malik 2 years before I finished training? Could have been.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to completely negate the fact that I had some poor rolls. Which is why we don't have an answer. So I want it to be an opportunity that leads to future information. Like, it reopens the communication between myself and Etana.
Sure.
But I don't want it to deny previous failures. That makes sense?
Mm-hmm.
It's all tied together. And it doesn't have to be that, when it was. It can be something else that's just a... Or it's...
Well, when is in that context you framed, like, who was I actually trained by?
Mm-hmm. So then it's what age? I don't think I've decided how old. My notes don't say how old Scar is. I think we decided we were like mid-20s.
That sounds about right.
So roll a d20 maybe to see when it happened.
It's pretty obvious that we are not, as characters, fully emotionally developed.
It's true.
So.
It's so true. I mean, but when do people actually get fully emotionally developed?
I mean, it's different for everybody.
I don't feel like I am yet. I'm almost years old.
Same. I think it's like more often than not, it's not in your 20s.
No. So I think I'll roll a d20 and we'll see how we feel about that age. I kind of... So 13 would be...
Right about the time you probably picked up a weapon.
Yeah. So I probably picked up a weapon younger, for being fair. But it's around the time where I was going from child to teenager. And perhaps was problematic. That's going to be one that I probably am going to think about more and flesh it out more.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that's information now that the character knows, and I'll think about what that actually means separately.
Okay. And how does the message get back to you? Is it also via Ravegren?
Do we think Ravegren is smart enough to hide a message from Etana? Or did Etana hide it in such a way that I couldn't see it on Ravegren? With magic! It's magic. Etana used magic.
Wait, sorry, I missed something. So Ravegren returned but didn't give you the message?
So Ravegren returned We had Ravgrin return from the threatening letter, and there was nothing from Etana.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
So then it's determining how, like, the how is probably, I think we've set up that Etana has magic. It could be something that he just set up as a delayed blast fireball, but it was a delayed blast message.
Scheduled an email.
Yeah, you scheduled it. He scheduled it to give me some time to, like, cool down before telling me this thing.
Mm-hmm.
So, Malik died. Alright. And we have progressed. And it is Cluck's turn to lead the group.
Alright. And we should break after this one?
Yes.
What do I want to roll? I keep thinking I have a way to undertake a journey differently, but it's because I have Shadow Walk on my want list, but I don't have enough XP for it.
Oh, yeah.
Wouldn't that be fun, Scarbash? We could just walk in the Shadow Realm instead. It's much safer. There's just rivers of blood and whatnot. It's totally fine.
I feel like the last time you went to the Shadow Realm...
Speaking of Shadow Realms.
Speaking of Shadow Realms.
I just got a 8, and that's a complication.
That's a complication. I feel like that's a good point. Take a break and think about what that even should be.
Yeah. We are waylaid by a perilous event. Mm-hmm. That seems likely.
Poor Tell. That particular remote is a follow remote, which I think is handled differently.
There's no.
Yeah, no, it's just a word.
It's just a word.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Word, who the f-
Twitchwood. Twitchwood. All right, we're gonna take a quick break so we can. I'm okay on tea, but I'll probably get some water and dehydrate and stretch and all that fun jazz. We'll be back in a few minutes. Stay tuned. Dio. Dio, we started. We started without you. Dio. I see you there, Dio. Give us a minute. We back. We here. We had a complication. It's a complication for our dear friend Evka.
Mm-hmm. We love complications.
We love complications. Kind of miss it when it was complications on the Pyro Club instead of twists of fate, and it's fine.
We are waylaid by a perilous event. Let's take a look at the pay the price table. I think I know what I want this to be.
Okay.
Yeah. So, you know what we haven't had in a while? A good old-fashioned murder.
That is the perfect time for More Than Dice to come in with a raid. Thank you, More Than Dice, for the raid. How is the rest of the podcast? If you have not been here before, I am Fleeger Dragon, also known as V. That's my friend Liam over there. We're currently playing Ironsworn. ! What is it? We'll get you a link. You too can play Ironsworn with your friends. It is set up. It is set up in such a way that you can play without someone having to be the DM. You can run everything based on random tables. Random tables. We love random tables right here. We stand random tables.
Mm-hmm.
So we currently are in a position where we are traveling from Broken Helm to a little town we have called Red Mammoth Ranch. And we've been waylaid by a perilous event that's apparently murder?
Yeah, I think we get attacked.
We get attacked.
Yeah.
What do we get attacked by?
I think we've already mentioned that the undead are a big problem here.
Yes, that's true.
So I would propose either a small pack of bone walkers.
Okay.
Or a large pack of broken.
So, remind me about the bone nerds, the bone walkers. We've fought those before.
We have. They are human remains given a natural life. The source of the dark energy that animates them is a mystery. Some say it's the will of dark gods. Some say ancient evil permeates this land and seeps into the porous bones of the dead. Or perhaps it is the work of corrupt mystics. They usually roam the location of their final resting place, a burial site, a cursed battlefield, or a settlement blighted by disease or violence. Nothing remains of their previous selves. They are soulless monsters driven only to destroy the living.
Okay. Tell me about the broken, which we have not fought before.
We have not, and I'm just want to make sure that I'm not forgetting something. But another people sailed to the Ironlands from the old world long before our kin settled here. Something happened. Something changed them. Whether it was the long struggle in a harsh land, the ravages of war, or the corruption of some dark force, they left their humanity behind and became what we call the Broken. Now they exist only to kill, to destroy. We fear the Broken for their savagery, but more than this, we fear them as a dark portent of what we might one day become. So they're like wildlings in a way?
Chat, what do you think? Do we want to fight broken or bone walkers?
Or both.
It is a complication. Both is an option here.
Yeah, so we haven't gotten to the complication part yet.
Yeah, so both is an option here.
And I think I'm kind of picturing a formidable fight at this level for us.
Yes, probably.
It's sort of like default.
Yep. I think that's an accurate reflection of the things.
Oh, here's a better Oh, actually, have you ever played The Forest?
I have not played, but I have seen The Forest.
Okay. So that's what it sounds like they are.
Yeah.
The crazy cannibal.
Look, I don't
monster.
mind horror games, but I will choose to avoid that particular horror game.
This is features crazed eyes, painted skin, feral screams, scavenged clothing and weapons.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like, the only reason I ever beat Subnautica is because I had chat making fun of me. And Slade yelling at me to surf the dragon.
Oh, that too.
Oh no, touch the flower is my thing.
Yeah, and you made me touch the flower and it burnt me.
It's great. Totally funny. And use the gun, yes. Yeah. Well, Dio wasn't there to tell me to use the gun when I played Subnautica. Which we could revisit at some point. If people wanted me to, but We have plans for the next 3 years of my life. And they don't involve playing Subnautica again.
So the tactics for the broken are springing from hiding and ferocious attacks. So it might be them.
Yeah, that seems like a thing.
An individual broken is just a troublesome
Uh-huh.
task, but if we wanted to increase the rank by 2, it would mean it's a large pack, so like a dozen or more.
Yeah, that's probably what it is.
All right.
Awesome. What is our complication here?
So, what is the complication? And it should be Evka specific, right?
It should probably be Evka specific.
Gosh, what could it be? So the broken have 2 drives: show my power and share my pain.
Again, if you hear conversation in the background, comments in the background, and typing, Tal is currently working on a chatbot for me, which is a very exciting little thing, and he's doing some testing. You were right? Did you blow up your chatbot? Okay, all right. So that is the current background noise. Don't mind him. Don't mind it. But it's for some good. It's for some good stuff. We've got some new stuff going on for piano streams. So you won't miss those. All right. So for Cluck.
So, show my power, share my pain. I wonder if um it was Evka that they sort of sensed because I'm corrupted now.
Mm-hmm.
Um and rather than me joining the fray, I get ambushed and I'm immediately clashing.
Okay.
That would be a really not good situation.
That would be a terrible situation.
For someone using a sling
For someone using a sling. Yep, yep,
and
yep.
who had to sell their spear.
Yes.
So that would be a particularly cruel complication. It could also
Yeah.
be a narrative complication.
It could be a narrative complication.
I can't think of anything that is in our story right now that the broken could come from.
Pack of broken. I have set them up in our shared sheet. um, are we both ambushed? I assume we're both ambushed. But I at least get to roll enter the fray.
Yeah.
And you're kind of
I'm already on the back foot.
So because it's a complication and they want to show their power, what would they want? Would they want something of you?
Show my power, share my pain.
Is it that there's something they want from you?
Maybe. I do probably look like them.
Well, less so now because you did kind of make yourself look a little bit more cheery.
Oh, that's true. So their features are crazed eyes, painted skin, feral screams. My features normally are painted skin, crazed eyes.
Is it that they sense that you look wrong?
Yeah.
And they're trying to make it so you look like them again.
Yeah. Or maybe yeah. So that's interesting. I just don't know how like smart they are.
Yeah.
So I don't know if there's like a plan other than
Just
trying to tear us apart.
trying to separate us. and drag you
Yeah.
along to make you one of them.
Yeah. Yeah, that could work for now.
Okay. Well, I will enter the fray with wits to determine.
And I will clash. I should clash at least once before I
Yeah.
try and get out of it. It's just because I have to pay the price.
Okay. So on a miss, the combat begins with you at a disadvantage. Pay the price, your foe has initiative. I can burn to have it be a weak hit.
So you do. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong one.
But I have.
Oh, I see.
I feel like I want to save that momentum.
So the damage is 3 right now, though.
That's why I feel like I want to save that momentum.
Well, you would take the 3 damage on the miss, right?
On Enter the Fray?
Yeah.
Mm.
Because we're in combat and missing is pay the price.
Yeah, I'm gonna burn it. I don't want to take the damage yet. I'm probably
Yeah.
gonna end up taking the damage, but
Same. And I already got shot earlier.
yeah, I'm at 4 health, so like 1 hit from these boogers.
Yeah.
Okay.
I stole a bag of apples, chat.
Forgot that we have lumbering with Richard. Gosh darn it. Okay. That's fine. That puts me to striking. Because a weak hit, I can decide if I want momentum or take the initiative. I think this is a position where having the initiative is better for me than having more momentum. And remember, chat, there is a channel point redemption. You can give us a chicken. You tell us which one of us you want to have a chicken, and that person will get +1 momentum. Yeah. I think as part of that, I crawl up on Richard and tell Nickel to come with me, and I make sure. And I don't have time to do anything else, and it's hit. We hit them because you're clashing, right?
Yeah, I'm about to get walloped.
Okay, so I will strike. I get +2 because I started Nickel with me. Double attack. When you strike or clash by riding your mammoth against pack foes, add +1, inflict +1 on our harm. 1 harm on a hit. With Nickel, when you strike a foe. Oh no, that's my. Oh right. Oh right, I forgot. When you strike a foe to knock them back, stun them, or put them off balance, inflict 1 harm instead of 2, and take +2 momentum on a hit. I haven't done that. I think we're gonna do that.
What was that one?
So on my hammer on Smash 2, when you strike a foe to knock them back, stun them, or put them off balance, inflict 1 harm instead of 2, which is fine. I would get +2 harm from
got
riding
it.
the
You
mammoth.
trade damage
Yeah, so I
for
trade
momentum.
damage for momentum, and on a strong hit, you also create an opening and add +1 on your next move.
Got it.
So we're gonna do that. We're gonna try and like stun them to a point where Cluck can get free. All right, so I get +2 momentum, and then I get 3 harm. Yes. I can either take +1 harm with Nickel, or I can take +1 momentum. I think I'm gonna do the harm.
Yeah.
It's gonna be 3 harm. 1, 2, 3. And then just making sure I get +1 on my next attack. All right, Cluck, what are you doing?
I'm being assaulted. They're coming for me.
It's like playing with 2 monks.
Yeah. So these broken wildlings come screaming over the ridgeline, and we've said that my complication was I don't get the opportunity to react to the ambush, which I'm actually quite good at, and instead I'm clashing.
Mm-hmm.
So whenever I exchange a volley at range or shoot at an advancing foe, which is I think what I'm doing here, I'm getting my sling out and I'm trying to get one shot off before they hit me. So I'm gonna do clash with edge. Ooh, I got a 6.
Ooh. That be's a
Got
strong hit.
That is a strong hit. I inflict my harm,
You get
which
the
is
initiative
2,
back.
and I can take the. Oh wait, you inflict your harm and choose one. You have the initiative, so I get initiative, and I can do up to 3 harm.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that might be Cluck's best hit ever. The first shot with the sling
With
of
the sling.
Dioedes.
Yes. Thank you, Dio.
Thank you, Dio. All right, that's it. I see them coming over the ridgeline. I quickly scramble for my spear, and I realize, ah, crap, I sold it. And then I have to go to the sling, and I put chicken bones in it instead of rocks
Of course, yeah.
because I'm Cluck. And I start swinging it, and I go yeet.
Yeet.
And it gets in their eyes, and it's a bad time. And I do 3 harm. 1, 2, 3. All right.
That looks good. I get a +3 on this next attack. You know that?
Yeah, you do.
Let me just make sure there's nothing else I can do. Okay, I don't need to turn the tide. I'm already charging with a mammoth. All right, I do 4 damage. So let's start there.
Yep.
1, 2, 4. We made these too easy. Maybe not. Maybe not. Let's be fair. What's the opportunity here?
Well, we've won.
We've won. Like we can.
Progress is at 10.
Yeah, we can roll this.
So the opportunity could come in the form. Oh my god! Wow.
That is a double opportunity.
That's our 6th opportunity of the night.
You know what it is? You rebooted your router, and all
It
of a
was the
sudden,
router all
it was
along.
the router all along. All right. So the opportunity with the hit is
It's different than the opportunity for closing the fight.
different than the opportunity for closing the fight. What would be a good opportunity here? Is it something where no, Mr. Dio's back in Broken Helm, Dio. We said goodbye. We couldn't stay at your house.
Yeah, you kicked us out.
You kicked us out.
We weren't allowed to sojourn there.
We weren't allowed to sojourn. Good night, Gran.
Good night, Gran.
Love you. A good sleep. Is it something that they have that I noticed that they have on them?
Maybe they have um Scavenged clothing and weapons. It's possible one of them has a cool weapon.
We don't really need a cool weapon. Maybe is it? Do I notice that it's Do I notice another like? They've got another one of the symbols of Ravenmoor.
The broken?
Mm-hmm. If it's scavenged.
Oh, so they may have attacked
Mm-hmm.
them. It doesn't really give us an opportunity, though.
No, it doesn't.
What do we need right now? Supply?
Supply.
They could have stuff on them. Like they've recently. So to your point, it may not have been Ravenmoor, but it's possible that they've been looting on this road. Um,
do they need food though? Is it something that they would actually loot?
they do. Yeah, they are not undead.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, we could find a supply. We could
Okay.
see that they had the supply with the final hit. And so we get a +1 supply from that opportunity,
Hmm.
which puts us up to 4. And then we defeat them and we get another opportunity, which
So maybe we don't know this now, but maybe the opportunity is that the broken have been a problem in Red Mammoth Ranch.
oh, do we get a bonus on
So
our
if we were to,
sojourn?
well, we could get a bonus on our sojourn. I was thinking is if we were to swear a vow when we get there to deal with the broken problem, we could take a free milestone on the vow because we've already dealt with some of them.
Oh yeah.
So it's like taking a quest, but we get like a little
But we
booster.
get the pre-bonus. Yeah, that's
Hmm.
good. All right. So,
And that's how Ironsworn works. Just like that,
just
one day
like
you're
that.
walking down the road, the next thing you know, you're on a quest for Red Mammoth Ranch to deal with a bunch of wildlings.
I
Writes itself.
broken. They seem to be a problem here. Okay, we can remove the pack of broken from our shared sheet.
Yeah, they're broken.
They're broken. Yeah. Close that. Let's see
I'm
that.
standing on the road with my sling just looking at it.
That was so cool, Evka.
Did you see that?
That was so amazing.
That's never happened before.
Is that sling
Usually I
magic
stab
or
one person
something?
in the butt and then I get knocked down.
Yeah. Is that sling magic or something?
I think it might be.
That's
I
so
think
cool.
Mr. Dio might have been more powerful than we gave him credit for.
I know. Maybe that's why he's so stingy.
Or maybe the exorcism means that the sling is now haunted. It just had to move.
Maybe.
That seems unlikely.
That seems unlikely.
Well, that was a lot.
That was a lot. Do we want to make
Should we
camp for the
bury
night?
these?
Yeah, let's bury these and then make camp for the night and
Yeah.
so we will I think we don't even need to roll. We'll just like I'll go around and like smash their heads in so that if they walk, they just don't have heads.
So they won't wake up.
They don't wake up like smash the head, smash the
Hmm.
head,
This
smash
is
the
something that
head.
might have gave Evka just a twinge of discomfort previously, but now that I have 0 heart,
I think Richard helps too with the stepping on heads.
certainly.
He has a good time with that. And then we can roll supply, but we can roll it off Richard's health because he's at 5 health and the supply is only at 4.
Are we making camp?
Yes.
Mm.
Because we could use the health.
Yeah. Excellent.
Look at that. Strong hit. So, on a strong hit, you and your allies may each choose 2. Take +1 health. Suffer 1, do -1 supply and take +1 health, which I don't think we need to do. Take +1 spirit, take +1 momentum. When you break camp, add +1 if you undertake a journey. I'm going to take +1 health, because if we're going to run into people, I would like to be at full health. And then since I'm doing the journey in the morning, I will take +1 for the morning journey.
I'll take a spirit, because I'm technically still on the brink of madness.
That's right.
And I guess I can also take a health. I did get this arrow.
Yeah.
The price you pay for stealing apples.
We needed those apples. We needed those apples more than they did. That is my drawing pencil, not my note pencil.
Okay. Next.
All right, next day. Undertake a journey. +1. Weak hit. We mark progress, but suffer -1 supply.
Okay.
Fine. Fine.
Oh, I forgot to also tick 2 failures for my
yes.
failed progress roll.
Yes. Make sure you mark your failures.
Slowly but surely, Evka's figuring out how traveling on land works.
Slowly.
Yeah.
She'll get there one day.
Yeah. All right, am I doing it this day?
Yes. The afternoon journey is you.
Okay. Here we go. I'm gonna do it this time. It's gonna be good.
Be great. Weak hit still works.
Stupid 9. Come on. All right. We mark progress and lose another supply.
Yep, I got it. Progress. Fly. We are at 9. We could probably finish this journey.
Let's do it.
All right. Stupid.
Weak hit.
Kidding me. On a weak hit, you arrive but face an unforeseen hazard or complication. Envision what you find. Is it more broken?
Oh, it's gotta be. We've already set it up.
We've already set it up. It's more broken.
It's broken. All right. Is it under attack now, or like do we crest a hill and see smoke rising from the
I think
ranch?
it's currently under attack, and we can come in and either charge in or ambush them.
All right.
So let me add more broken.
Is there more this time? Is it like a huge raid? Do we go up to a 4?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. This place is just swarming and broken.
We're gonna call it Broken Swarm. All right. This time, before I do anything, I'm going to secure an advantage by sizing up my foe in a fight or in a charged situation. So this is absolutely going to be a fight, so I get to add +1. We're going to use...
Oh, that's right. I forgot I upgraded Visage.
Oh, I can do this by, like, War Cry. I could use this with... I could do this with Iron. But that's Barbarian Scar, and we are Weapon Master Scar now, so we're going to do it with Wits. Remember? We are not Barbarian Scar anymore. We are Weapon Master Scar.
Yeah.
Weak hit. That's fine. I get +1 momentum. And I get +1 momentum on a hit. So I'm up to 6 momentum.
All right.
Are you going to Visage up?
Well, I already have my Visage. That's why I forgot that I had bought the add a +1 when you strike, clash, or battle.
Oh.
So I technically should have had a +1 on the last attack, but I forgot.
That's okay.
But that's neither of these because I'm entering the fray.
Yes.
So I am am I moving into position against an unaware foe or striking without warning?
Yeah, I think.
Like, we're coming in to join the fight, right?
Yeah, I think. I think it could be a shadow. You could make the argument that they're not paying attention to us.
Yeah, they're on the assault, so they're not expecting to get hit from outside.
Yeah.
Um, we're not ambushed, so it can't be wits.
No. I could
I could
probably.
be
It could be
facing off.
heart, which I'm probably going to use. I'm going to probably, square up and charge in.
Mhm.
And because my shadow is not good. But if you shadow and go around with my
I
distraction
think
of riding in on a mammoth.
I think what I'll do is, just because it feels a little unfair to just pick Shadow, because obviously it's like a min max here, right? So what I'll do is I'll add a level of danger, and I'll have to face danger to flank them,
Okay.
and then I can strike without warning.
Okay.
Um, just so that there's two
I
opportunities to
have to
fail
go to the
rather than
yarn
one.
bag.
Here we go. That's a 2. Oh dear. All right.
Not good.
Okay, so here's what happens. I attempt to uh flank. So we see the broken sort of swarming into the town. You you don't charge in, but I think you are like moving down the
I
road to
am.
try and find an opportunity because
Yeah,
you're
I'm
using your wits.
preparing to charge in.
And without thinking, Evka's like, I've been in this position before. This is how Evka engages in these kinds of fights. You go in and I slink around to a better position.
Yeah.
The problem is that there are so many, I don't realize that I've actually sort of put myself between two packs. Like they're still
Oh.
coming in from the forest line, and I get overrun. So I'm going to take uh do I take the damage here on a face danger? Or do I uh put myself in the position to take damage?
I think you put yourself in the position to take damage, but don't necessarily take the damage yet.
When you summon pay the price table. Oh yeah, so one of the pay the prices is you are separated from something or someone,
Yeah.
which is exactly what's happened here.
Yes.
All right. I'm boned. I'm all by myself. You can't help me.
It's fine. I will enter the fray with heart. that rolled precariously close to not being a good thing. That is a weak hit. So on a weak hit, I get to choose one. I can either take +2 momentum or take the initiative. Initiative, please!
That is a good one. I am out ambushed.
Because our foe is 4 harm.
I barely
Yeah.
got that one.
Yeah.
I would also like to take the initiative.
Yes. Stunning them worked so well last time. I'm gonna do that again. I'm gonna strike and try and like put them off balance again.
Okay.
Okay. I get my +2 because I have my mammoth and my pupper. That's not good. That's a miss. That is a miss.
Is that a strike?
That was a strike. On a miss, my attack fails and I must pay the price. Your foe has initiative.
Oh boy. Gren told us we can't die. They do a lot of damage.
I just took 4 harm.
Yeah. Endure
Actually,
harm.
wait.
Get one back.
I'm riding the mammoth. The mammoth takes the harm.
Oh, that's right. Yep.
Which means companion endure harm. Roll a heart. Do I get +1 because we're bonded? I always ask this, Nick, because I can't remember.
On endure harm, no.
On endure harm, no. Yeah, okay. I love you, Richard.
You got this, Richard.
Weak hit. Okay.
You push on.
My companion is battered. His health is not at 0.
Okay. I am going to strike with my sling of Dioetus.
Yes, do it. But I'm also now clashing. Just fair warning.
Oh shoot! I have to get back to you. Yeah, I think I have to strike.
Mm.
On a strong hit, +1 harm. Got it. I get a +1 here because of my visage.
Yep.
Please. Oh. Okay.
Oh yeah.
That's good.
That's very good.
I do 3 harm and retain initiative.
All right, take it. Take the harm.
1, 2, 3. Oh my god, they're only at 1.5.
Not good.
They really ramp up in power from 3 to 4, don't they?
Yeah, they do.
Oh boy.
We made mistakes. Mistakes have been made.
Ooh. Okay. Your turn. Don't die.
All right, I'm clashing. Let me just make sure there's nothing I can do. Okay. I get my +2 because I am clashing with my pupper and my mammoth.
Oh.
Okay, I inflict my harm, so that's 4 harm.
Death for me.
1, 2, 3, 4, and then pay the price. I'm gonna roll it on the table.
Mm-hmm.
Just because taking the damage on Richard means that Richard's gone. And so I want to, like, at least give us an opportunity to not have it be damaged.
Yeah.
I think it's Richard. I think Richard's out of the fight.
Oh no. Did you take damage?
It said something of value is lost or destroyed. I think
Richard!
I think I get bucked off Richard and he's gone. He just, like, books it.
Richard!
So we have lost Richard.
Oh my goodness.
With a weak hit, I do not get. They still have initiative. All right, your turn.
All right, I'm still striking. 1. Oh, it's weak. I do my harm, and I lose initiative. I'm clashing.
Yep.
But I do 2 points. I feel like this is the point of the battle where all of the sound in the film has been muted, except for the occasional, like, yell or scream. It's all in slow motion. The camera's panning back and forth. Claire de Lune is playing for some reason.
Okay, I gotta read Turn the Tide again.
Oh, are you risking it all?
I might risk it all.
Oh my goodness.
They took my mammoth. They took my mammoth!
Yeah.
I'm going to turn the tide. This goes very poorly if I miss, but I get a +2 because I have, I get a +1 from turning the tide, I get a +1 from nickel. I get +1 momentum on the hit. That is a strong hit, which means I do 3 harm. And +1 harm. So I will do 4 harm. 2, 3, 4. I retain initiative. I'm once again striking.
Wait, turn the tide as an attack?
So when you may steal initiative from your foe to make a move, not a progress move.
Yeah.
So I can turn the tide as a strike.
But striking is a progress move.
Is striking a progress move?
Yeah, combat is a progress move.
Combat is okay. So then we'll unroll that.
I think turn the tide is supposed to be like where you like try and reunite with Richard. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And then you would get to make a face danger with a +1.
Okay. Yeah, I'll try and go. We'll do that. We'll face danger. There's 4 harm sitting on the broken. So yeah,
or it could be trying to reunite with me, but I feel like right now all your
I'm gonna try and get Richard back.
Yeah.
And that is aggressive. I'm gonna use iron, so like we're gonna muscle my way to try and get Richard back.
Just swinging that hammer.
Yes.
There it is. There it is. That's the one.
Get my Richard back.
Opportunity number 7 on the night.
I get my Richard back. I have stolen initiative from my foe. Then we'll just roll back and we'll strong hit him. We'll strong hit and take the 4 damage. That could be the opportunity. We'll go back to the previous roll. I find Richard. The opportunity is probably that I get Richard to come back with me to continue the fight. So, I think we'll leave out there's still 4 hanging damage on the broken that we'll keep track of. What are you doing on your turn?
I lost initiative, so I'm clashing. Here we go. I continue to weak hit, but this time I get stabbed. So I inflict my harm, which is 2, and I take 4 harm. I have 1 hit point. And I have to endure harm.
Okay, so we're down to two floating harm.
Endure harm. There it is. With, well, my health and iron are the same number now. So let's do it with iron.
Yeah! Let's.
Yeah. Do I get anything from Revenant for enduring? When I'm at 0 health and endure harm. I'm not yet. Okay. Weak hit.
I saw that 5 tick over. It's like, I'm gonna be a 5? No.
So Evka's doing her best. She's slinging chicken bones left and right, and she's taking out these broken, but they're like jumping onto her, and she's like separated from anyone that can possibly help her. And it's not looking good.
All right. I am now striking again with my mammoth and my pupper. Again. Are you fucking kidding me? But look at that. Still a strong hit, which means
yeah, on a 10 and an 8.
I do 5 harm. Because I do 2. Richard does 1, Nickel does 1, and I do the +1 from a strong hit.
Strong hit, yep.
Which means, so 1, 2, 3. We could end this. We could end this fight.
We could.
I kind of want to because you're in rough shape. I kind of feel like we have to.
I got 1 hit point.
I feel like we have to. We have to try.
Oh.
It's gonna be bad if we fail, but
Oh,
we have
yeah.
to try.
Oh, thank goodness.
We have to try. Cluck,
Alright.
what happened?
We end the fight on a strong hit. The foe is no longer in the fight. They are killed out of action. So I think there's probably some that flee.
Yeah, I think we lose some to fleeing, but that is less important to us than to me than making sure that I get to Cluck and try and heal her.
I'm still on the outskirt of the ranch, like in the tall grass. Just, I feel like my walking stick is just like sticking up amongst the reeds.
I'm pretty sure I can find you because I saw where
Oh,
you
yeah.
went. The broken swarm is gone.
On the plus side,
We're also
I'm
at Red Mammoth Ranch.
yeah, we made it.
We made it.
We got here.
We got here.
They appear to have some kind of a broken problem.
You appear to have a problem.
Yeah. Would you should we swear a vow or should we try and sojourn first? Because if they kick us out, I'm gonna be real upset.
I feel like we should maybe try to sojourn. Just because you need the health, and we need to take the time to.
Yeah.
I think we need to try, and I think do we call it a bonus that we saved them? No, because we did that because it was a weak hit on the completion.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think you are not in any shape to be part of this conversation. Because you are visaged up, and
I am visaged.
and you are like just a wreck,
bloodied.
Yeah.
I could tell them about Jaws. I do technically still have the blessing to make me look not quite as evil.
I'm tempted to try and secure an advantage here.
Mm.
To just get, I currently have 7 momentum, and I think the added momentum is probably going to help.
Yeah.
Do something with. Not really. Okay. I'm gonna try and secure an advantage with. I'm gonna try and do it with heart because I feel at this point I'm gonna try and be charming and like and courage. We just had courage. We were just very courageous in this whole mess of a thing. I'll take it. I can make another move now and add +1. So not a progress move, and the sojourn is not a progress move.
Correct.
We'll take the +1 on the sojourn. I think that will help.
So I think the secure an advantage here I feel like is you saying we're here to help.
Yeah.
After the display.
We wrecked those. Yeah, I would agree. All right. Sojourning.
Please. We need this. It's good. It's good enough.
Take a weak hit. Woo! We can each choose 1.
Well, I definitely need to recuperate.
I want the supply, but I also don't want Richard at 1 health.
Oh, yeah. On a weak hit, you and your allies each choose 1 from the categories below. So...
On a hit, you and your allies may each focus on one of your chosen recover actions and roll +heart again. We could try that. We haven't done that yet.
Focus on one of your chosen recover actions and roll hard again.
Yeah, so if we if so we say we're taking recuperate, right? So you get
Mm-hmm.
+2 health. We roll it again, we either get +4 health or nothing.
Oh yeah. I'm not gonna be able to do that.
We don't want to risk it.
Unless like unless my asset can stand in this case. So for example, you made the roll for both of us.
Mm-hmm.
But if that gives me the ability to do more, does my ability to sojourn with wits come into play there?
Mm.
I don't know that. And vice versa, if I were to have sojourned,
With wits, does it?
would we roll wits on the follow up?
That's interesting.
I think I'm just going to take the 2 because
I
I'm
think
not
I think I'm just
sure.
gonna take the 2. I'm worried about supply, but I'm more worried about Richard. So
I
and
can
let's
also
full
try
health.
and heal you, which I'm pretty good at.
I don't need healing. Richard needs healing.
Richard's at
Richard's
3.
now at 3.
Got it. Yeah, I can try and treat if I'm in. That's right. Oh yeah, if I treat myself, I have to roll iron.
Yeah, but if you treat Richard, if you treat
Mhm.
someone else,
I can do wits.
yeah,
On a weak hit, though, it would be 1 supply.
that's fine. I think we're okay. We could maybe sojourn again here
Yeah.
if we needed to, if we felt like we needed to.
All right. I'm gonna try it. Gosh,
Wow.
it's fine.
Fine.
Just real good at rolling ones.
We just love the ones tonight, like all the time. All right. So on a weak hit, you can so up to 2 health. So he will do 2
Yeah.
health, and Richard is back to full health. And we're down to 1 supply.
Oh, or 1 momentum. I will take that supply back
Oh,
and
it's
sacrifice the
sacrifice.
momentum.
Yeah, easier to get momentum than supply.
Yeah. Okay, so now that we've sojourned here, what do we know about Red Mammoth Ranch? Who's in charge? Should we roll
Yeah,
a
let's
name?
roll some names. NPC names. Yay! All right. Where's my thing? Are these Ironlanders? Yeah. Lona. What is your role? A raider.
Oh God,
Build a relationship. Relaxed. And
that's a little,
what now?
contradictory, but
What now? I don't get it.
so in this case, does Lona is not in charge necessarily, right? Or are they?
I think. Well, so we were looking. I think Lona is probably the one we meet first. Maybe isn't in charge because is more likely to be.
Well, character role coming up as Raider makes me think that they are Ravenmoor
Yeah, kinda.
because we've been referring to them as the Raiders. And they might be here to like strike up a partnership with
Mm-hmm.
Red Mammoth Ranch because Raiders probably want to ride mammoths.
Probably having Mammoth is really useful.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. Who is? Let's do the who is the leader, and we won't. I won't roll the roll. We'll just who's the leader of Red Mammoth. Shakar.
Ooh.
Ooh. Uh, descriptor and disposition. Skilled and demanding.
Everybody's demanding here.
Lots of demanding people. I like that name. Cool. Leader of Mammoth Ranch. Skilled. Demanding. Let's give him a goal. Travel to a place. Is this?
Oh gosh.
Is this it? Is this our final? So
It might be.
I think this is where we take a step back and talk about. So, starting in April, we're gonna take some time off from Ironsworn. We've got some real life stuff going on. We've got some other games we want to play. I will still be streaming on Sunday nights, but I will be playing Undertale. And when I finish Undertale, I'll probably just go up and play the piano on Sunday nights. TBD. So we have 2 more sessions, and what is our final story arc for those 2 sessions? I think is what we come up with now. Is it escorting Shakar? Because part of my wayfinder is I get bonuses on those kinds of vows.
So we've established it's autumn.
Yes.
And what do ranchers do when the seasons change? Big herd migrations.
Move the herds.
I think, and we know that the broken are a problem. So I think we're gonna do a little ranching. Little mammoth ranching.
That sounds like it. And so this is now setting up. This part of the session is now setting up for that. I think.
So where do we ranch to? Is it the coast or the flooded lands? It should be one of those.
So what's the description on the flooded lands read?
Let me pull it up. I think it's like swampy. Maybe it's not that.
So going south, if we assume that this continent has like what we consider a traditional go south and it gets warmer in the winter, they would probably take the mammoth somewhere souther. But maybe not the flooded lands, maybe like on the border of the flooded lands. Because you want to still have fresh water and browse.
Unless the flooded lands is different in the winter. Like, is that its dry season?
Oh, maybe.
Okay. Index. Flooded. Oh, I'm in the Delve rulebook. No wonder I can't find it.
Extra flooded. I'm going to read my Wayfinder thing. When you swear an iron vow to safely guide someone on a perilous journey, you may re-roll any dice. That would be good. I would probably need that given our ability to roll dice in this silly game.
I don't think we want to go to the coast of the flooded lands. So it says this is a low-lying region of bogs, swamps, lakes, and slow-moving rivers.
I don't think the coast during winter would be the best choice.
Yeah, it says near the coast, the water is salty and riddled with dead trees.
Yeah, we don't want to go where there's salt water. But like the inland part of the flooded lands might be okay, depending on cuz like in a swamp, in a bog, there's going to be underwater vegetation that the mammoths could perhaps be interested in eating. Richard, would you eat underwater vegetation? Probably. He kind of eats everything.
Yeah, especially Richards.
Especially Richards.
Yeah, further north, the morass of forested wetlands and bogs is interspersed with rare patches of higher ground, and through it all, twisting rivers make their sluggish journey to the sea. The smell of these lands is rotten and dank. It is the smell of slow death.
That maybe isn't a good choice, but we did kind of want to set ourselves up in the flooded lands for potential future.
There are people who live here, though. Small settlements built atop hillocks or homes standing on stilts over the wetlands, in which I think mammoths would be really useful.
Yep.
Most fish and forage make their way along the waterways on flat bottomed boats. This is basically the Everglades.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Propelled by long poles. Some dig through peat for bog iron.
Which mammoths could probably help with.
Uh-huh. I bet mammoths would be really useful here.
Mm-hmm.
Travel is precarious.
But it's better for them when it's wintry because it's not quite so warm.
Yeah. There's also the problem of this last paragraph, which I'll just read real quick here. One step has you on solid ground, the next sends you plunging through a thin layer of peat into a murky bog. Then, bony hands reach out to you, grasping, pulling. Stay with me, a voice whispers. Stay with me here in the dark.
I feel like I've read that about that place, and I think it was in Lloyd Alexander's Pride and Chronicles. Or it was in Lord of the Rings.
Yeah. Hmm.
Or was
Maybe
it
it is a
both?
border thing.
It's been a minute since I've read either one of them. It's probably a border.
Yeah.
It's probably on the border where it's warm enough, and they're still mostly in the havens to avoid
Mhm.
some of the more dangerous parts. But they do foray into the flooded lands.
Yeah. So, so in the havens it says Ironlander settlements in this region typically stand on hills or at the confluence of rivers. The buildings are made of wood and sometimes stone with roofs covered in turf. The central homes and communal structures are protected by an outer palisade fashioned from earth and wood.
Yep.
Outside these walls, from spring through autumn, farmers work the meager fields. In winter, the settlements are smothered by deep snow and oppressive gray clouds. There's the context for our break. We are going to move these mammoths and
And
we are
then it's
going to
winter.
winter in
Yep.
until spring.
And then it's winter.
Yeah.
And it won't
Well,
be probably won't be a forever break. We just need a little bit
no.
of time in between. Stuff's
Yeah.
happening, and we're just
To
gonna
get some learning.
yeah. Well, and now I'm really curious about playing Undertale, so we're gonna do that and
Hmm.
see how that goes.
Okay, so that seems like a pretty good thing to
That seems
swear
like a
a
good
vow
thing
on.
to swear a vow for.
Yeah, so this is something that Shakar asks us,
Shakar asks of us. Um,
and Lona is sort of my connection to
to Ravenmore.
Raiders. Yeah,
Yeah.
so that's good. Maybe they come with us.
Well, yeah. Like, and maybe Lona is the like. Shakar says, "Look, I'm not going with you with the mammoths. I really want to, but I gotta stay here and be in charge." But Lona goes with the mammoths and could really use your help because look at what you did to those broken. Holy shit! And
I
also
s-
maybe you could teach her how to do that thing you did with the mammoth.
One of them bit me.
Don't turn into a zombie, please.
I don't think they were undead.
Okay.
Do we want to roll on location names where this place is?
Sure.
I think it's like you can't see where I'm pinging, but like
Yeah, because
this
you don't
little
have that turn.
dip.
But I can see where your mouse is.
Yeah, I feel like we need to go there.
Okay.
So sort of to the coast, but a little further inland
Do we
and
want
not
to?
quite in the flooded lands.
Do we want to do Landscape feature, seasonal environment. Ooh, maybe it needs to be winter something.
Oh yeah, season or environmental.
So let's Windhaven.
Windhaven.
Windhaven. What if we called it? What if we called it Winterhaven?
Yeah, that seems like that's exactly what it is. All right. And do we know anyone that we need to meet there?
Probably. Now, so here's the question: is there someone there year round, or because this is the winter space for the Mammoths, is it kind of vacant on the non-winter months?
Sort of like going back to a cottage after winter and like getting it ready for the new season. You
Yeah,
gotta like everything's a little like there's buildings there, but they're uninhabited.
Yeah, I feel like if this is their winter haven, there maybe aren't people there.
Yeah.
But it does allow for if something goes wrong and we find people there. Or we could something goes wrong and we don't find people there, but we expect it to.
All right. It's on the map.
I just feel like there's probably not a lot of people.
Probably
that we
not.
show up with Lona and perhaps a couple other people.
Yeah.
To move the Mammoths, and we're charged with basically security.
Yeah. And this is probably a big deal for Richard, I imagine.
Yes.
Because we haven't seen a whole lot of mammoths. There's probably a whole bunch of them here.
Yeah, Richard's kind of the only mammoth that we know. I think did we decide that and I think we decided that Mornwatch doesn't have mammoths.
We did do that, yeah.
Yeah. Richard's kind of the only mammoth in our neck of the woods, and this is also a big deal for me. Like, I've never seen this many mammoths. There's so many of them.
Well, we came here to rest, and I think we need to do a little bit more before we go.
Yeah, and they need some time to like prepare everything. So we could do another sojourn.
Mm-hmm.
If you wanted to do it with Wits this time and talk about Jaws.
I can try.
Now that you're a little bit better.
Yeah, now that we're friends. Should we swear the vow first?
I think we should except for if we want to do provide aid. I was thinking of like
provide aid?
Yeah, so you sojourn and then on a hit
you
can get a +1.
Yeah, you're right. That's a good point. Okay, here we go. Sojourning, spreading the word of Jaws. Oh my gosh. It's the show title. It's taken us 17 episodes, but we finally got to it. All right. Not enter the fray. Sojourn, heart, wits, go. Damn it. So close.
It's a weak hit.
So close.
I'm going to take a quest. I think. Unless... Okay. I can already re-roll this because it's a perilous journey. So I'm going to take 2 supply. because I already can re-roll the vow. So if you wanted to swear the vow.
Are you sure you want to do that?
Mm-hmm.
I have to swear vows with heart.
Uh-huh. Unless we swear it as a shared vow.
Okay, so I can swear the iron vow, but yeah, and I think it's going to be a shared.
Yeah. Because then
Um,
I think you don't have to swear it. We can swear it with
um,
mine as the
that's
shared.
true. I would feel okay swearing the vow if I had more momentum, so I could like pray and do
Okay.
momentum generating activities.
Okay. But if we're
Because then
rolling,
at least I could cancel out anything that's a 6 or higher.
yeah, are there rules about swearing the shared vows?
Um,
Do we both have to roll it?
moves.
We've arrived here. We can.
Swear an iron vow. Uh,
I need the yarn bag again.
when When allies join together to swear an iron vow, one of you speaks for the group and makes the move. The others can commit to the cause with aid an ally. If you score a hit and take plus momentum, or score a miss and choose to suffer momentum, only the character making the move adjusts the track.
Okay.
You share progress and mark progress together.
So yeah, so we can do that. So you would do
Yeah.
aid an ally.
Yeah, and I can try and secure an advantage blessing as an aid and ally.
Okay.
What's your momentum at?
7.
Oh, that's actually not too bad.
It is not.
Maybe I get myself some momentum. um, what else can I do to help? I can try and get you a +1. Yeah, let's do that. I'm going to secure an advantage with wits and try to get a strong hit.
Okay. Do it.
I'm helping. There we go.
Yay!
You can take 2 momentum or add a +1 to the next move.
If my next move is swearing a vow, I'm just gonna take the momentum. Because I can reroll.
Mm.
If I need to. Alright, so what is the vow? How do we want to word it?
Um, escort the herd to Winter Haven.
Herd to Winter Haven. What do we think this is? Extreme?
What's that? We just did that, right? That's
Yep.
2 ticks per square.
Uh, yes? Yeah. Yeah. That's
I
2
think so.
ticks per. That's 2 tick. So when you click it once, you get half of a square.
Yeah,
It's not epic because that's perhaps
I
we'll
think
never
that would
finish.
cover us
I
for
think
the next 2 sessions.
extreme would cover us for the next 2
Yeah.
sessions. All right. Shall swear a vow. I can burn for a strong hit, or I can just re-roll. I want to re-roll the d6. I think.
Okay.
Or do I just want to burn it? Fuck it, I'm burning it. Fuck it.
Yeah. Yeah. Momentum can come back. Having our assumptions betray us would be
terrible. Yeah.
very bad.
All right. So on on a strong hit, you are emboldened and it's clear what you must do. Take +2 momentum. Oh, look it. I got 2 momentum.
Yay.
Yay. And we know what we need to do next because Lona's gonna take us there.
It's time to go.
Let's see.
After we sojourn.
Yeah, after we sojourn. Didn't we just sojourn? Did you not roll the
Uh,
sojourn?
Oh,
Yeah,
I
you
did.
got a
I
weak
didn't
hit
take
on,
anything.
You got a weak hit on the sojourn.
What do I want? I want health or spirit. I'm probably more likely to burn through spirit.
Probably.
We'll take that.
Probably. If we're being fair.
Yeah. Evka's feeling happier than she has in weeks.
We have a happy Evka. This is good.
Yeah,
We
she's
want
telling
that.
jokes again. She's not crying herself to sleep as much. She's not waking up with night terrors as much.
It's good. It's good.
And maybe even spending some time with Padma, who she's gonna get to hibernate with. Assuming we make it to winter.
Assuming we make it there. I think that's a good place to call it for tonight.
Mm-hmm.
And next week we will start the journey to Winterhaven with mammoths, and we'll need to think about how many mammoths there are.
Yeah.
And that's probably a roll.
Baby mammoths.
And baby mammoths. And Lona and as of yet unnamed other people.
Hmm.
So, what are you up to this week, Liam?
Golly. Well, on Friday, we're running Pyro Club, and we're gonna do one of the battles. So I think I'm just gonna let you guys pick. I should probably get that ahead of time so that I can actually plan it, though.
Can we do the sea battle? Can you and I just decide that the sea battle is going to be the coolest, and that's the one we want to do?
And
Kraken and Baphomet and the Great Company. Yeah, can we just decide right here, right now, that that's the
probably
one?
True.
That's probably the best one to stream.
We can do that. Yeah, I'll start planning that one. And then I'm off a little bit, so there might be some impromptu streams on Monday and maybe even Thursday. I have committed to going elsewhere on Friday morning, so that option is off the table.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fine. But maybe Monday.
But maybe Monday
We can talk about it. I will be back tomorrow morning at the piano. We've got a new channel point redemption for the piano streams. We're gonna try that out. It means I need to do more. I need to do less yelling on Sunday night, but that's fine. But it also puts me back doing things that I really love doing. I just don't do them enough, so it forces me to do some things. And on Friday morning we're going to celebrate my 3-year stream anniversary. As of on Thursday, I will have been streaming for 3 years. My first stream was March 10th of 2019.
That's so long ago.
I know. We're gonna do some giveaways. We have 2 really cute little rat keychains that will be giveaways, and I have pulled out from my collection of things a dragon that people probably haven't seen. She's been on the Etsy. She's not exactly the softest dragon. She's made out of wool, so she's a little bit scratchy. But this yarn that she's made of, I dyed myself. So she's very special. You win this dragon. I will send this dragon anywhere in the US and Canada. So we'll do a couple giveaways. We'll hang out. We'll have I was thinking of maybe doing some goals for giveaways, but we'll just do giveaways. We'll do some timed. We'll just do some timed. It'll be fine. It'll be fun. We'll be up at the piano, playing, having a good time. That's Friday, but tomorrow morning, 10:30 Central, 11:30 Eastern, right here, twitch.tv/VleegerDragon. We'll be here. I think that's what we're gonna call it. We've rated the same people consistently, and I don't feel like sitting in someone else's chat tonight, so we're not gonna raid out. We're just gonna call it right here. Thank you for coming out tonight. Thank you More Than Dice for the raid. Thank you Liam for the resub. 7 months. Holy moly! I love when anybody subs. I love it. No matter how long it has been, it's always been a long time, and I love it. So thank you for the great stream. We'll see you again next time.